I don't know if this is normal. Help. Story first. I had a really bad breakup with my ex, and I am still suffering today. She was the first serious relationship I got into after 3 years of another failed one, cheating. We were really happy and in love, or so I thought. But one day, I discovered she was lying to my face, and that really changed me. One time, we were supposed to spend the weekend together, but I had some urgent work that needed me to spend that weekend, Saturday and Sunday, in another city, and I had to drive there Saturday morning. She expressed that she was sad about me leaving for work but understood. I got to work and literally completed the task I was supposed to do in 2 days in like 8 hours. Then, I thought about getting back to her and making her a surprise. I texted her, asking what her plans for the evening were, wanted to surprise her. She said she was going out with her friend around 7 p.m. to get dinner in a restaurant I know and then get back home to sleep early. I told her, as soon as you get there, please call me as usual just to be safe. She got in lots of accidents lately, and I drove back there to make the surprise. I got flowers and was waiting for her phone to tell me she was there. She called, she said she got there safely, she's with her friend, phone reception is bad, and she doesn't want to keep talking on the phone. She told me that she loves me and hung up. As soon as she hung up, I got to the restaurant, to make my surprise, but I was in for one. She was never there. I mean, even the people at the restaurant noticed my frustration. I called her again, she didn't answer. I texted like 10 times from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., nothing. I was frustrated, angry, and in pain. It felt like a mist descended on me. I don't even recall how I got home that night. I even went to her house to see if her car was there at around 10:30 p.m., but she was never there. She got back to me at 1 a.m. that night. I didn't sleep, obviously, saying she only now checked her phone and saw my phone calls and texts. Yeah, right. I told her I'm not willing to talk about it on the phone, and we will meet up tomorrow to talk about it because I wasn't in the right state of mind. We met up that Sunday. She said they went to another restaurant, but she didn't bother to tell me they changed plans as I was already away. She started gaslighting me about how I didn't trust her and made it on purpose, as if to test her. I'm not that type of guy who would make his partner uncomfortable, even with my past story of infidelity that I had, and she knew about. It was always, tell me about your plans and be safe. I trust you. Going to a party or dinner without me, just tell me. I don't even press to know with whom exactly, this will be relevant later. She said she's hurt and wanted to take some time off the relationship to process things. I reluctantly agreed. So, for the following week, she spent every night at a different club, thank you, Instagram, and just casually texted me, asking how I was and how my day was. I got a phone call the following Saturday from her saying her aunt died. I just drove to her parents' house to comfort her. We met up. She was sad but not about her aunt dying. She was sad because she had plans to go out that night to party, but her aunt passed away, so she had to stay, and her new friends bailed on her, and I was the one she knew who would always show up, yeah, a spare tire. I was furious because she actually meant it but never said anything out of line because it wasn't the right time or space to discuss that. She went on rambling about how great things were before and opened up her Instagram archive to show me stories she posted on a prior trip we went on together. The night before the trip, she went to a club, and I knew about it. That night, she posted stories, too, but to my surprise, in the archive, there were stories posted as close friends only that I never saw. Yeah, I'm her boyfriend that wasn't in her close friends list. She said she forgot to add me. I felt like something in my mind literally snapped and went from raging inside to absolute emotional shutdown. I just said these words, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore, got up, and left. She begged and pleaded, but I was just done. I'm gonna spare all the other details of her trying to fix things and saying she loves me. I completely ghosted her, went no contact, and blocked her everywhere. This happened in October 2022, and I'm still in this state of apathy where I can't open up or even show emotions. There were some girls who wanted to get close to me after the breakup, but I always showed no emotions. Any advice or suggestions on how I can overcome this? Comment. Therapy. You went from one bad relationship to another and she triggered your trauma in the worst way. Your body's emotional response after being treated as if you were second class was to simply shut down. And now after 2 traumatic experiences, your body has put up walls to prevent getting close to someone. Read The Body Keeps the Score. It will explain how your body reacts to trauma and how finding positive coping mechanisms can assist. Sorry to hear that, dude. It's okay to shut down sometimes to avoid being hurt once more. Although please remember to close this chapter, you need to be able to open up and share your feelings and your baggage. Even cry a little. You made the first step here, so please keep going. You absolutely made the right choice ending it and going no contact. If someone cares about you and needs time away to think about the relationship, usually bullshit, they don't spend it at the club. This girl would have destroyed you further, but you were smart and strong enough to get out. Be proud of yourself. Next story 2. Brother-in-law wants to divorce my sister, leave her with nothing and go out with other women. Hi, my sister has been married to my brother-in-law for 5 years. They have no children, but during the marriage they have acquired assets. Like homes, cars, etc. He comes from a wealthy family. She has mostly stayed at home taking care of the house needs and even taking care and cleaning up after his family. A couple months ago we learned he was changing things from his name to his mother's name. My sister caught him flirting and messaging other women. She supported him through a lot of things. Now while still married he's been going out with other women, leaving my sister in a bad emotional state. We're constantly having to watch over her because of some of the things she says she wants to do to herself. We didn't know, but for the past 2 years he's basically just ignored her, left her at home while he goes and flirts with other women. He told her he wants a divorce. My sister is from Italy. She became a resident 2 years ago. She got it because he's a US citizen. They've known each other for the past 8 years, though he would frequently come and visit her in Italy because he has family there. My sister is saying she does not want to talk to a lawyer and wants nothing from him. I am trying to tell her she should talk to one, but she isn't listening. Should she talk to one? She has evidence of people sending her pictures and messages of him with other women. I think my sister should get something from him even if she doesn't want to. Comment. Yes, your sister should get a lawyer ASAP and take his cheating arse to the cleaners. Try and convince her to at least talk to a lawyer and weigh the options and then decide. He should face the consequences of his actions. Wishing you and your sister the best, mate. I really hope your sister decides to screw him over in the divorce with the evidence she has. Either way, support your sister and be there for her irrespective of her decision, mate. 5 years may not be enough time to do a full 50/50 asset split. In most states it is 10 years, but the fact that assets were accrued during the marriage means that she is entitled to some. She most definitively needs to contact a good divorce attorney ASAP. Unfortunately, she's likely with a highly narcissistic POS as a husband, and these people have a talent for marrying highly empathetic people, who they can easily manipulate against their own interests. If your sister does not hold him accountable, she is telling him and herself that she and their marriage have no worth. People like this only understand one thing: the stick. In his case, the financial stick. If he faces no consequence, he will go on his merry way thinking he can do whatever and will no doubt screw over his next victim. Your sister will have no safety net financially. She needs advocate for herself. Your sister should talk to a very good divorce lawyer. Since your BIL come from a rich family and is doing financial shenanigans, good divorce lawyers likely will jump to represent her once she shows them some evidence. My guess is other experts will be involved, like a lawyer that traces financial assets and investigators. Your sister at a minimum should at least do a consultation. I believe that I have read that assets gained during a marriage are harder to shield from divorce sharing. That may be why your BIL is transferring stuff to his mom, but by doing that he exposes himself to lawyers that are skilled at uncovering that stuff. Your sister could get rid of a lot while being in for a big payday in the process.